So the game just finished. Castle Park won 2-0. And I'm here to talk about Kip. So Kip and soccer are synonymous with each other. It was like, he's on the field, I'm happy, I'm comfortable, no panic. Ruben's on the field, no worries. I got two good ball controllers in the midfield. And you got Jim on the right side, sometimes Andy on the right side. It would depend. I think Jim got hurt. I think he broke a leg or an ankle or something. I'm not sure. I can't remember. And you got David in the middle. Left side was Melvin. And that was our attacking 5, attacking 6 in the front half. You had Robert Bowling, tall white guy. Decent, abilities. He could pass. He could block the guy. He could stop the ball. He was my stopper, actually. Right side, you had Ron Rentz. He's a football player, fullback, I think, running back, thick as a bear, hairy as a bear, and if you crossed him out there, he'd knock you over. He would play football on the football field, so he was dangerous. And then you have Greg Connors on the left side, big tall white guy, big like a cowboy dude. I love Greg. He was another menacing figure on the left. All of our guys were 6 foot and taller. From 5'10", 6 foot, 6'1", 6'2". That was our defense. I'm 6 foot, and I played sweeper. And then you had James Farmer, which was taller than us, big old tall goalie. And you had people from Diamond Bar and Pomona, because they were being bussed from Diamond Bar to Pomona, because they didn't have a high school yet. I think it's called Diamond Ranch or something, high school. I'm not sure. But they weren't even anything yet. There was nothing there. So they had to come to us and Walnut. That's the two places that they went to. They were busing the kids from there. So the demographic for Ganesha, which was back in the day, back in the 60s, it was primarily a white community, had now become 30% black, 30% Hispanic, 30% white now, which was perfect. I think it was the best combination ever. So our football team went 7-2. I think they tied for first place. And our soccer team, 1973, the very first time, it wasn't a real team. It was just, we had tennis players. They had like 4 tennis players, because the coach was a tennis coach, Coach Ed Casada. And he got it into his mind that he liked soccer so much that why not make a soccer team? So that's what he did, and he got some of his guys recruited. I said, it's good exercise for you. They show up in tennis shoes. They didn't even own cleats. And you can see from the pictures I'll post inside this little video. It's kind of funny. It really is. They're wearing those little visor caps. It's not even a hat. It's a visor. And they're out there on the soccer field with those things. Until they had to head the ball once and it popped them in the head. I think we shouldn't wear these. Duh. It's kind of funny. So we had those guys in the very first season, which was, we weren't even official yet. It was just 1973. Let's see if we can get a group of guys interested to play. And then after that was we had a couple soccer players. David up front, and Kip wasn't there yet. Ruben wasn't there yet. And we had track stars. That's what we had. We had Kevin Braxton. We had I can't remember his first name. Vernon, I think was his first name. Vernon, tall black guy, fast as hell too. And Melvin was there too. But he came later. I don't, and he really didn't have the skill, but he had the speed. I mean, we had guys that if you beat us on the ball, they'll catch you and kick the ball away from you. So they'd break up the plays, and that's what we were about, just breaking up the play so they can't make a play. We were faster than them. And then on defense, the football players again, and track guys, more track guys. So it was track guys, tennis players, and less than a handful of soccer players that you had to play. So that was our team, the Bad News Bears of Pomona. And so I had to come out here to this field and watch these guys play. They're in first place right now at Castle Park. I think they have eight wins, I believe. Today they won, so they're 9 wins now. They probably go to CIF and do really well. But as you can see, I'm going to show you. That's the kind of field I grew up playing on. It grows, you have to water it, it gets wet early in the morning. And there's ball spots out there too. Yeah. But I saw your new field, and that's pretty nice. The following year, we finally got into a real league. Kip's there now. Ruben's there now. Andy's there now. And the team is an actual team. No more tennis players. We kept the football players. Couldn't get rid of those guys. Those guys are too tough. And everybody had to taste for that varsity letter. I mean, I was 10th grader playing varsity. Very rare when you get to have that opportunity, and I got it. This was 1974. This was my stellar year. I'm not trying to brag, but I did walk away with the ASL patch, or NAL patch. San Antonio League was the name of the league. I made all-league top 11 in defense, and yeah, I still have that patch on my jacket. And I still have my jacket from 1975. As Jim knows, I'm going to bring it. I'm going to bring it to this meeting, and yeah, it's pretty special to me. And it was pretty special to have that group of guys that I grew up with in Pomona. It was awesome. I would never change it for nothing. Out of the 12 teams that we joined in that league, we came out in 4th. And we stopped Damien for the first time. Damien and Claremont, the big 2 powerhouses. Claremont, the first time we played them, they beat us 10-1. In the yearbook, they put that we beat them 2-1. I fixed it. That's why it looks different when you see the video. I put the truth out there. We got owned by those guys. Those guys, it's like a machine, the German machine. So Kip was like the mother hen of the team. Anybody would get hurt out there, he'd get even for us. You touch our goalkeeper, Kip would be right on his butt to get even for you. And he wasn't a violent guy, except on that field. On that field, you couldn't take the ball from Kip if you gave him money. That ball was his. I think I saw one person accidentally because he made a mistake. And when Kip makes a mistake, he laughs. And you can see him laughing, and we're just like shaking our heads like, you knucklehead, why are you laughing? Go get that ball. And he's already got the ball back, and he's making the pass. The kid was no joke. Legs as thick as a tree. And he could move that ball so... He looked like he was floating when he would run. Like he was gliding on the grass. I don't even think he had cleats. I think those were, ice skates. Because that's what it looked like. And he was very talented. He could catch that ball in the air on his chest and just let it drop like a feather to his foot. And then you're coming to take the ball, and he'll pull it back, pull it away, and just break on you and leave you just standing in the empty space. His cousin Taiki played defense in midfield. Tough guy, real tough guy. Really good talent. I never got to see his dad play, but in that movie, that I also put in another video. You guys can check it out. Harry Keel. That man, how do you get 5 NCAA AA titles, as a coach, and then you beat England 1-0 when your team is like our team was, a ragtag group, just put together at the last minute. It's crazy, the stuff that I've seen and that I've been involved in and through soccer. And Kip and me, we went through a lot of that. High school, and then I left because I broke my leg in my senior year. 3 days before I graduated, I broke my stupid right leg in a game on Sunday that we were winning 10-1, and only 10 minutes left. And this kid went into me hard and dirty and snapped my shin in half. So I'm glad Kip wasn't there, because he probably would have killed that guy run him over with a car or something. So that was the end of that. And I came back a year later after I healed, and I coached Ganesha 1977. And we also came in 4th that year. Kip and Ruben were now seniors. They were the big men on campus. And I wasn't going to come back unless they were there, And they handled it. They did their business. We didn't have David up in the front to make the goals, but the demographic of the team, the play of the team was completely different.